Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Potionomics. Before we get started, I have a bit of a question for you guys. I've noticed these episodes are starting to get a bit longer as we have more characters to interact with and more to do in a day. And typically I like to leave my videos around 30 minutes to an hour, and they're starting to get a bit longer than that. Do you want me to keep this format of 1 day per episode? Or would you rather me cut some content out, like maybe the card battles, if those aren't, or the haggling, if those aren't as interesting to you? Maybe cut some of that? I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out, as the episodes are getting longer, is that still what you want? Or should I be looking into maybe changing things somehow? I don't know. Feel free to put in the comments if you want anything to change, otherwise I'll keep doing things the way I've been doing them. With that out of the way, let's get ready for day 15, where we've got a few interesting events, it looks like. First of all, we've got oceans having weaker monsters and decreased loot, so going to the oceans is worse. However, Reef of Wrecks also is giving us stronger monsters and better loot in the oceans, so I guess those neutralize out. Then we have increased value of ice tonics, which is great, as well as increased value of drowsiness cures. We're also getting increased value of tonics in general still from the Hunter Festival. Increased value of cures, more customers. It seems like a pretty good day. So we'll see how it goes. I think last time we spent most of our time on leveling up or ranking up our friends. So we have... It's not even showing a 0 here. I think we are out of money, but usually the 0 would be highlighted. So that's weird. Let's go to our brew. We should have 2 things ready. Greater health potions, awesome. Just a 4-star. And in our other cauldron, there's our drowsiness cure. Only 3 of them, 3-star. And we do need to keep an eye out on these. We're on the, I guess, halfway point of the week. It's 10 days, it's not a week. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So, I should keep these in mind. Do we not have any really good greater ice tonics? I thought I still had some, but maybe I've been selling them all or using them. I suppose that's probably the case. Well, if we can get them done early, we could potentially send some of our adventurers, Mint and Sid, to the ocean, though, if possible, do we want to go to the shadow area at this point? I was also thinking we could take our cauldron to upgrade it because we've got the Shadow Veil Pearl, which I know is what we needed, but we have no money. So that I need to brew and open the shop for sure. But can I pull this off? Do we have some E. We have 1 item with E, that's it? Well, that's not going to give me what I need. I thought we had more. Maybe we found more and we gave them to Quinn, so we don't really have them yet. Okay. So tonics sell better today. Maybe we do go for more ice tonics. I don't see a lot of point in going back to the lightning place, because I assume that was more of a stepping stone to get better goods from the other areas, since it had weaker monsters. That's our drowsiness cure, right. So that's ready for when we do go to the shadow place. Or we could sell it because they're better for the day. Anyway, ice tonic. Red and blue. One to 1. I guess, do I want to go with my usual of just cutting off everything that isn't those? So you're a very good blue, as are you. And you're a good red. We're currently looking at our Shadow Cauldron, which has higher Magimin limits. I am aiming for an ice tonic, so potentially this could be aiming for a competition ice tonic. So we probably do want high Magimins. with that in mind, because I could just go with the 30s, although we don't have a lot of them. I don't know how balanced this is going to be. Let's just throw in some of our biggest blues and our biggest reds. See how the balance ends up. Oh, I am way off balanced. Oh, right, these were reds. I thought they were blues. No, these are the blues, which I only had one. Well, that actually gets us pretty balanced. We're 2 off. And it's already going to be a greater. But no, I need a lot more Magimans. We need slightly more blue than red at this point. Yeah, I don't think we're going to pull this off. Potentially in the other cauldron where I can throw in one more ingredient. Can get us the more... Because probably the best I can do, if we go with our highest blue Magiman at this point, which is you. And then... That means I need 18 red. That gives us even 1 star. That does actually get us to a guaranteed 3-star potential 4, which is what we needed. Okay. No, this is good. I'm just hoping to go a little bit higher on the Magiman counts to try and push up to maybe even the tier above greater. And if we had more of like the saltwater fruits, or something equivalently powerful in red, maybe we could pull it off, but we just didn't have the numbers. I could... Here's me second guessing again, but I could switch out some of the octopus for bogey berries, which are a lot more, and then maybe get... Do I have more blue? Not really. I'd have to use the Shadow Veil Pearl or the Glass Ore, which are just low in Magiman numbers. So I'd be actually decreasing the Magiman amounts. No, this is probably good. So we can go with this. Let's try and bring it down to 2 time slots so I can just open the shop and be ready to go with more... to brew something else. Use a cactus and a log and brew you for 2. So then for you, we've got lots of health potions. Lots of health potions. I could probably make some more mana potions. Wouldn't be the end of the world. That's probably fine. I've still got... I mean, maybe making more great sight enhancers. We've only got 1 left of those. Although I don't know that I'm necessarily seeing a huge benefit from them. But we did send out, I think, both Mint and Sid with them. So I'll check again, see if it seems like I'm getting a lot more items. But it didn't really feel like it. But it's kind of hard to tell. Just 25% extra loot. I don't know. And they're worth 163. If I can't tell that I'm getting anything out of it, and I'm spending 163 gold worth of potion on it, that's hard to justify. I don't need speed potions, but I need one for the competition. I could look... We're out of blue. We already just checked that. No point in... This is something I can do without blue. So, maybe we go that route. Well, you're worth a lot. We do have a huge Magiman, or a tiny Magiman amount. A huge limit, meaning a tiny... whatever. I know what I mean. Even if I'm not speaking well. So maybe I don't need to be spending all of my best ingredients because we're gonna reach the limit and then I'm gonna have to use like 4 slots on just tiny things. Instead, we'll use some of our smaller items. Hopefully things we have a decent number of. Yeah. It was like using some of these gets us a fairly even split with a slight bonus towards green, which is what we need. Now, how much more do I need? If we're at 48 on these, that's 48 divided by 3. Does that divide anyway evenly? 16. I should know that. I'm in computers. I should know my base 2s. But I don't. It's 16 times 4 is 64. So I need 10. 10 green would balance it out. Because then I could use something like this, or any of the others that are fairly even spread. No, because if they're even, then it's going to evenly add them up to being wrong. Oh, man. Because, like, for instance, if I threw this in, and those go up to 58, which means the number I need here is more than the 10 it was. The math is fighting me, because I could just throw in a 10. Probably. I guess I don't actually have any that are worth 10. We've got a 4 of yellow, but not a 4 of green. So yeah, there's no way I can actually do a 10 for green. So what if I did something like that that gives us a big boost in red? If I find a similar yellow and green? Oh, that puts us over the Magicmin limit. Of course it does. I need something that's 20 Magicmin or less. That's yellow and green. Nope. Okay. You're just a bunch of green. So I'm not going to get perfectly balanced. Probably. It's something like that. We've maxed out our Magimins of 200. It's very stable. So we're guaranteed 3-star, potentially 4-star. Which doesn't really matter because we're probably going to use these rather than selling them. But still. I don't know why I desperately want to max them out if I am going to just use them. Because to Mint and Sid, there's no difference between a 5-star potion and a 0-star potion. They'll all be the same number, 25% bonus. But oh well. Let's see. Looks like I've got more cactus, so we'll use that and a log to get you also to 2-time units and call it good. Now we need to open the shop. Do I want to change my cards? Because we met with a bunch of our friends, and I don't know that I've looked at all the cards we got. Raise interest by 3 for every 5 points of stress. No. Remove customer's shield. That's one that seemed interesting. But I do need more that are just giving me interest, because that's one of the problems I realized we were running into, is I was just drawing a bunch of cards that weren't boosting interest. So I'd get something like Pump Up, and then nothing to play it on. So let's get rid of some of these that don't boost interest. Not a ton of them, but some. It's good having an opener. Maybe not. I can add those, just in case. I like yours. I don't know that I care so much about customer buffs. I mean, we could go with this. Raising interest by 5 is not huge. And making one card cost less is also not that big. For the cost of 2, I'm not sure I value that. I might go back with Build Rapport as our opener. Because at least it raises interest. Okay. As for potions, let's sort by value. Put some of our high value items I'm not planning to sell on display. I want to keep the drowsiness cure. I think I'm fine selling the Thunder Tonics. Actually, did I buy another shelf? I remember thinking I wanted to. I did. Excellent. We didn't get any more display shelves, that's fine. So now we have a boost for price in general and specifically for tonics. You guys are tonics, so get over there. I don't think I have any need for fire tonics at this point. Hang on, what am I do need to keep a sight enhancer. We're brewing more sight enhancers. So that's fine. Am I not brewing an ice tonic? I know I thought about it. But I probably didn't. What am I brewing? I've already forgotten. Man, my memory. Yeah, I'm building a sight enhancer and an ice tonic. Okay. No, I'm good. So it's fine if I sell... I guess let's sell some of our health potions. We've got tons. And we can sell the ones that are high star value. And keep the low star values for Mint and Sid. We may not sell all of them, but that's fine. Yeah. I think this is fine. Let's open our shop. Because I need money, and I apparently am fully out. Look, you gonna make a sale? I need to know more about this potion before I can make a decision. You have 12 patience, that's not bad. You also have an absurd amount of shield, so I can disarm you for free. Plant the seed. You are not planning to attack me, so I don't need the shield, but 10 interest isn't bad. since he currently has sympathy as one of our daily events. We'll end turn. That's not really up to my standards, is it? Okay. We could plant the seed again. Pump up. Is there anything of major? I don't think we need to end this turn. You've got lots of patience. You're just lowering our patience by 1. I could pump up into 11 interest, which would be pretty good. Or for the cost of just 1 patience, I could plant the seed and end the turn. Because that's going to be, what? Gaining like 16 for the cost of 3? Or 8 for the cost of 1? I'll plant the seed and let things continue as they are. Let's just end turn. Yeah, he's already on his last heart. Don't think we need the sympathy, actually. Let's just captivate. Then I can do a pump up into... probably either build rapport or keep your guard up. Both give 8. And then craftsmanship. And that will end you and add an extra 3%. Ha! Just as I intended. Come back soon. Next in line. If this is the place is good enough for the local heroes, I'm into it. Potion seller. Only your strongest potion will do. Sure. Let's build some rapport. You are not planning to attack. You're planning to shield. Still, enthusiasm, and keep your guard up. What if I get all the way out there and it doesn't work? That's what our reputation's for, so you know it will work. Let's disarm you for free. That's twice now that disarm has done exactly what we needed when we needed it. I would love to plant the seed twice, but end turn means that we would lose out. I could plant the seed once. I can do one thing and end the turn, and then hope next turn I get something good. Although he is going to give us 4 stress, so probably it's better to just end it this turn. Which means craftsmanship, and then close the deal. Yeah, I think that's the best we're going to pull off. Alright, I'll take your 300 gold. Another day, another coin, right? I wish I had more time to browse, but this should suit my needs. Do a captivate, just to start out. Pump up into raising interest by 8? Ugh. That's a lot that's just going to barely beat through your shield. Gonna do it anyway. I do like the increased price by 3%. It's just a freebie. Oh, and you're stressing me and losing extra patience. You are terrible. I bill by the hour. Should I be billing you? No. Now we get the disarm. Okay. Well, I can build rapport to get some sympathy going. We only have 4 patients left. Ugh. So realistically, I need to use whatever I can to get the 11 up, just to get that 30%. And that's going to be you. None of the rest get me there. Since they're all 2 patients, I can only play 1 card. And it's not going to be you, unfortunately. All right, strikers. Strike later. We will strike now. Excellent. And close the deal. Gotta run, but thanks. Hey, Sid. I've got a song stuck in my head. Not one of mine. This potion's got real stage presence. Let's pump up into enthusiasm. Don't need to disarm you, so end turn. If I wrote a song about this, it'd be a slow one. Ouch. We could build rapport. You're down to 5, so I can play 2 cards. Probably build rapport into a strike or strike later. It's going to be the best we're going to pull off here. And unfortunately, it's not enough that it's going to cross the line. We just have to close the deal here. Yeah, we'd need way too much. That 10's not going to get me there. Yep, close the deal. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I had a dream this place was condemned. Do you think this is a bad idea? I'm not sure I'll like what I see, but... What the fire shows. Okay, you're also trying to read the future with fire, so you're going to need a fire tonic with a good trait, the 4th good trait, and a sight enhancer. Both of common. Okay. Keep it in mind. We might pull that off. Really? No strings attached? I have my doubts, but I thought I'd at least ask about this one. Okay. We've only got 9 patients. You're not stressing me out, so I didn't need that. We'll end turn and hope we get a closer. I guess artistry is dead. We did not get the closer. We're not going to plant the seed because we're basically out of time. I think. I could actually double... No, I could single plant the seed and end turn. If I tried double, then we'd run out of time. No, I think I'm going to end the sale here, also to avoid that stress. Unfortunately, that means that's where we end. Alright. Alright then. Your display looks so nice today. This one looks nice. What are you asking for it? You have no shield, so let's just use craftsmanship and enthusiasm. I gotta get home before my turtles wreck the place. Your turtles are gonna wreck the place? Start with a captivate. Always better to get more time slots. Like, I like build rapport, but more time slots is really good. You are planning to stress me. Though I could just use both of these and then close it out. Probably fine. Not gonna quite get you over the line, unfortunately. You're the best. Sid, you're back again? Here comes trouble. This potion's got real stage presence. You were just in here. Not that I'm complaining to see you again, but wow. Alright, end turn. Sorry to be picky, but that's how I roll. Okay, we could do a pump up. Oh, and you've got all your shields. I think you were still pretty far. I could just increase the price by 3%. I mean, I could hope that we just cross the line on her turn, because her shield will go down at the start of her turn, I think. So if I did, say, craftsmanship and double plant the seed, and then end turn, it goes to her turn. Or is pump up better? No, pump up's not better. These will each give us 10. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Plant the seed, and craftsmanship. Just because that's increasing the price by 3%, even though it didn't blast through the shield. And end turn, and I hope that the 20 we gain from these is enough to push her over the line. I didn't look at the exact numbers. And I think it will. No, it didn't. Oh. And we took the stress. Shame. Okay, so that's what happens when we fail to make a sale. Let's disarm you. You're gonna stress me. Come on, people, stop stressing me out. I was hoping to just barely squeak by there was Sid, but nope. Build rapport, pump up into a strike. Yeah. And then we just have to close the deal here. Can't wait to try it.
That's all of them for now.
Yikes, but we made good money. Let's check on our brews. Greater sight enhancer, nice. And greater ice tonic. So that meets the requirements. We can't make the speed because we don't have blue. I can't make... Yeah, I can't really make the shadow one that I need because we need purple. I think I need to swing by our adventures in Quinn during this time slot. With that in mind, do I just work on this? It's nothing crazy, but I can still just sell the extras. I'd be making them common, so I don't need to use any of my valuable ingredients. But I do need something that gives you, which I do have. Okay. Let's go with the fire tonic here, so I get 3 of them, because I might find uses for the sight enhancers. So having 4 of them feels better. So we'll start out with you and then see what that does. We now need an even amount of yellow. Okay, let's just filter out those. Hang on. Why? Surely I have more inventory than this. Oh, because of that. I forgot I still had that clicked. I was like, where is the rest of my stuff? We're good. I'm just losing my mind. Let's sort by Magimin, but don't actually Actually, we can sort by lowest measurements. If we're focused on just number of ingredients... Right. Something like that. That'll get us to common, which is what they asked for. Actually, I don't even need that. This will automatically, with 2 stars, that'll get me across the line. Yeah. And because of that, we're going to have the good trait. Excellent. Only 2 time slots? I accept. Yeah. And then for you, we're wanting a sight enhancer. Also common, with that same good trait. So in this case, we need you as well. So now we're wanting lots of green and an even amount of yellow. Using our cheapest things. I guess with that in mind, that gets us all even, and then I just need more green. A lot more green. Too much green. Do I have anything with a smaller amount of green? Alright, that gets us to very stable. It's already common. We're going to get 4 of them. Nothing else here is giving us a negative, right? No, so we're going to have that one turned on. Perfect. And then I always go to inventory thinking that's where I'm going to find fuel, and that's not how that works. That'll bring us to 2 time slots, which is just what we need. Or, actually, get rid of that. Let's go with hay. Hay is dirt cheap. I can always buy plenty more of it. I should do that more often, rather than just using the big time effects. Only use these if I have to, if I can't pull it off with hay and maybe oak wood, because those are a lot cheaper. Yeah. That'll get us what we need for that request. Now let's travel. So, I guess we'll start with our adventurers. Guess what? It really is safe to go back in the water. Excellent. Some cool new ingredients, including some more that gives E. Excellent. Super good. Sweet. So yeah, I still can't send you to the Shadow Step, unfortunately. But I could potentially send you out again. Yeah. Something like that. Hopefully that's enough. I assume that's roughly what I gave you last time. That is not enough. You need even more health. Huh. I mean, that would get you there. Okay. Wish I had some weaker potions that I could have given her instead, because that's a bit of a waste. But alright, Let's send you out. I'll report back ASAP. Then Sid. I was epic out there, Sid. You'll love this. Okay. So you got some decent stuff from the lightning area. All right. If we wanted to send you also to the ocean. Wow, they have so much strength. Okay. You don't need mana. But you will probably need double health potions, unfortunately. Which means I'm going to need to brew more. After we sold a bunch, like, oh, we've got tons, we don't need them. If I'm having to double up on health potions. Yeah. That does barely get her through. When it's sink or swim, I swim. I'll also give you a sight enhancer. Not that... I'm sure those other ones had sight enhancers. Again, I didn't feel like I was getting a huge bonus. And for the value of these potions, I'm not certain that it's worth it. But maybe I don't know. Let's send you out. Rock on. Okay, Baptiste. The quest was a success. Here are the spoils. Excellent. More saltwater melon. Yeah, that I think is one of our few E's that we had. Okay, some good stuff there. So we've got you. I don't know that I've found you before. We definitely do have some of you. I don't know if I've found you. So I'll just invest a little bit. None of these are screaming out to me as super important ingredients that I desperately need to have. Anyone else? Well, we need to buy more fuel. That's always valuable to do. I don't know that I need to buy all of her fuel every day. We've got 7 oak already. I'll not buy those. And then let's buy like 10 more hay, just so we have a sizable amount on hand. We're up to 17. Okay, that's more than enough. Ooh, we can actually get another cauldron on our top floor for 4,000 gold. Oh, dude. Or another shelf. 2,500. Wow. Much better to just put a cauldron in the basement. But I don't think we need a third cauldron yet. 600 gold is still quite a bit. I do need to think about who I want to rank up with. Let's go to Quinn. Got a bunch of random knickknacks to give you. Excellent. Now, what do I actually need? Some of these are very expensive. Is there anything on sale? Unfortunately, no. You are a good E that's not overflowing. You cost so much. I want something that's a lot of E. What do we have? Yeah, I already have one of you in my inventory. Those are the ones that would be good because they have no other ingredients. I can just use them to pad out what I need of E, as opposed to these are a lot more difficult to work with. You have red and yellow. Yeah, like this needs just green. So I don't think there'd be any way for me to make anything even close to balanced with either of these. So I still am not going to be able to make that shadow tonic. And I'm betting that's where the best ingredients are, because it takes 2 potions to get through it. I need lots of blue. That's what I recall. We were basically out of blue. And for that speed potion that I need for the competition. Okay. You're really good, but you're also extra expensive today. So maybe we go with buying some of this. I don't have any of you, but I don't know that that's... If we're specifically thinking about the speed potion, I just need something that's blue and yellow. So if I find something that has some yellow in it, it's not the end of the world. But if it has other colors... Yeah, so you'd actually be pretty good. Blue and yellow. Get a little bit more on hand. You, unfortunately, have a positive trait, meaning you're very expensive for what you offer. Get a few of these as well. That should take care of all of my blue needs for the nearby future. And I should probably stock up on some of the cheaper stuff just to pad out potions. Any that I'm somewhat low on. Because we found out that, particularly for the requests that we get, having some of these smaller ingredients actually has value. No, you've got a positive trait that's making you overpriced. Use some more of these. Just gonna use all of my money. There we go. We are broke now. So then the question is, who do I want to level up with? How about you, Salt and Pepper? You're new. And I did like the card I got from you before. Gift-wise, you guys want ore or a fish? I don't really want to get rid of any of that, so let's look at our fish. Here's a calamari. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. And you are ready to rank up. Excellent.
I knew you'd be back. And I know why you're sticking around, too.
Because we're friends.
I'm very good at reading all 6 human emotional states. Angry, sad, sleepy, hungry, dopey.
What's the 6th? I'm amused by the fact that you think there's only 6 emotional states of humans.
And envious. That look of plaintive need says it all. You obviously want to be a blood brother.
Sure. But I'm not a guy? Sounds messy, or yeah, sign me up. Sure, sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up. I'll be a blood brother. That's what I like to hear. But I'm afraid that's gonna be a hard pass from us.
Also, the symbol there was different. Like, we've seen the ones that have the, like, diamonds on them, which I think is just boosting friendship. And then the ones that have hearts. That was a paw print on it.
What? How come?
We don't just let anybody into our crew. That's how you get fleas.
I don't have fleas.
But we'll keep an eye on you. Maybe you've got what it takes. I don't know.
Probably too busy anyway. I'll prove myself.
I'll prove myself. Whatever it takes.
I don't know why we want to be a blood brother, but we're gonna make it happen now.
Salt and Pepper will remember that.
Only if we write it down, though.
Everybody in our crew has a role, you know? I'm the quartermaster. I make sure we've got enough of what we need, plus surplus to sell for a tidy profit.
Okay.
Sounds important.
Yep.
No lie! This lousy gang of miscreants may seem civilized, but take away their fresh milk and see how long you've got before they go totally feral. Pepper, obviously, is the captain. Nothing happens without his say-so. He's the scourge of the seas, rules with an iron paw, cross him at your peril, etc.
He still seems fairly cuddly.
I have been known to play with my prey.
But he also plays with his friends and family. You never really know where you stand. The one thing we've all got in common is we bring the shock and awe. It's the only way to make sure you get what's yours in this crazy world.
Okay. Good cop, bad cop. Raise interest by 20. Apply shock for 2 turns. And this isn't a either or. It does both. Oh, reduces all interest. I was like, that's super good. For 3, it's not bad, but... Reduce all incoming interest? Ugh. For 2 turns? Again, it's one that would be good to play final round. But I can't guarantee I'll draw it the final round. And then it's just a wasted card otherwise.
I can be rowdy to get what I want.
Do it then! Show 'em your claws!
Okay. I am back, but it's time to go home, unfortunately. But thanks for your time. Onward to mischief. Okay, brews first. Always. So let's bottle you up. Common sight enhancers. And... common fire tonic. Here's... oh. I didn't realize the greater sight enhancers we had already had the thing we needed. Obviously it's not what we're going to give out, because that would be a terrible plan. But there you go. Thanks for the money. So I think probably want to make more healing potions, for sure. And then we got a bunch of stuff that can give blue. So I think we aim for making the speed potion, just so we're ready for the competition. Yeah. So speed potion in this one, because I'd love to have an option for more Magimans, and I don't need as many. So in this case, we're aiming for, I just looked at it. Let's pull it up. Yellow and blue. So let's turn off the others, as always. Let's get a huge amount of blue. And then a good amount of yellow. And then I still need 20 more yellow to even it out. That doesn't seem impossible. There you go. Oh, I only have 15 Magimins left. Why? Okay. Then let's go with... something like that. And then we would still need 32 blue. No, that's definitely wrong. There. Now we need 10 yellow. But I don't think things come in 10s, unfortunately. Yeah, that unbalances us. Not that balance is critical, but it would be nice. So I can go with something like that. We're very stable. Or something like that. Still very stable. Did that cross us over the next line? I don't think it did. Now, either way, we make it there. Yeah, so in this case, we are 1 star with a chance of a 2nd star. If we get the 2 stars, that would get us up a tier, which would feel amazing. But we don't have any sort of guarantees. But to get to the next star level would take 290, which we can't fit in our current cauldron. So I can't get up to that line. The only thing I could do is try and get a perfect balance while we're still here at this line. Okay. If that's the case, let's pull out you. Then what do we have that's high in yellow? Now, see, that's still... I need you because you are so high in yellow. Nope, not you. You. I keep going with the frog legs, hoping that that's going to be some magical solution. Now we're off by 18, and 18 is something we can find. So I need 18 yellow. There we go. Now we're perfectly balanced, so we guaranteed 2, possible of 1 additional star. So that's guaranteed to be the next tier up. 9 brew time is a lot. Ideally, I'd want to have it down to 4, which means I need to pull 5 time slots off of this, which I could do with 1 of you and then 2 hay. That gets us down to the 4 time slots, so it'll be finished in the morning, and we'll have an amazing potion to take to the competition and to sell. So let's start that brew, and then go back here for our health potions, because we apparently need a lot more of them. And hopefully we can actually try getting some higher quality beyond greater. But that might be asking for too much. Mainly because of the Magimin limit. I think we are going to hit that. Yeah, no, we hit that limit really early. Yeah, I need better cauldrons. I need to upgrade my shadow cauldron. That's a high priority. So no point in using our 40 Magimin things. If I've got... What's 200 divided by 8? That's something I should probably keep in mind. 25. So I'm aiming for things that are about 25 Magimins. Maybe a few that are a little above and a few that are a little below. So I could go with a couple of you. And then we go with a few of you. And then I would need an ingredient that gives both and is less is 8. Which we certainly don't have. Okay. Is there something I can get that's an even split for 3 ingredients? And we do have these that are 8s. I could use some of those. And 8's not going to push me over. I think 18s will? Maybe? Maybe not. Yeah, no, that does. So probably the 8s are the closest I'm going to get. Can you scroll over? Thank you. That gets us to 184. Arguably, I have 16 more I could spend. So if I took out these that are 24 Magimins and put in another one of these each, that gets us up to 196, which barely crossed over that threshold. I mean, all that's doing is making a better, greater potion. I'm planning on giving these to Mint. So it doesn't matter. I guess that's my problem. It doesn't matter. Let's clear it all out. I can just throw in garbage. Because as long as I get to the greater limit, we're fine. Or if I keep it balanced, then as long as I get to 1 star... I guess here, a 4-star common, which will be then pushed over. That's what I should actually be focusing on. So obviously I can't just use total junk. How far does that get me if I just use my lowest quality ingredients? Okay, yeah. So obviously that's not enough, even with 8 of them. Which isn't surprising. But if I went up to the next tier... then that is enough. Okay. Because that guarantees I'm going to get the level up into greater. Fine. And 4 time is perfect. So we're going to get 4 graders out of this. Yeah. Spent way too long thinking about that, but we can't pull off any of our better tiers until we get a cauldron with higher Magimin limits. Which we've got in our other potion, our other cauldron, but it unfortunately doesn't have the 8th ingredient slot. So I do need to level you up when I can. Which technically I can do that in the morning if we go immediately to Muktuk. For now though, I think we open up the shop again for another time. I can sell the tonics. And the weaker sight enhancers. These don't get a bonus here because they're enhancers rather than tonics. Well, they are... Whatever's here gets a price improvement. Other than that, I don't know what I want to sell. I mean, I could sell the drowsiness cures. They're worth a ton. And we are out of money, so making money is important. How hard are the drowsiness cures to make? Because if they're worth that much... I mean, they're worth that much because it's currently... Cures are worth more. They are a lot of blue, but we can get blue. We've got some large blue items. So if I sold them all, since we're not going to be able to go back to... or go to the Shadow Place anytime soon, probably wouldn't be the end of the world to sell a few more. I'm going to go for it. We still have one more, so we can send one of our adventurers there. Yeah. I think this is fine. Did I like my deck? I guess there's some that I don't necessarily care for, but I don't know that I have anything I want more. $20 for shocked. You had 10 plus shocked at the cost of 2. Let's get rid of disarm. Although if we had subvert, raise interest and remove a random buff. If we could remove shocked, maybe it wouldn't be the end of the world? I like all of those. Is it worth switching something out to fit in subvert? I think the answer is no. We'll see how shocked goes. If it's too painful, we can think about it later. Run into a hero who had the nicest thing to say about the shop. I have a request if it isn't too much trouble. Together we can make a difference. So you want a potion pantry drive. The Heroes Guild is always accepting donations, and the classics are particularly welcome. You want a greater mana potion and a greater stamina potion. We haven't even made any stamina potions, both with the 5th trait. 425 for 2 graders? Ugh. I'll think about it. That's not feeling as great of a deal. Very kind of you. I can feel the magic coming off of this one. Well, let's start it by captivating you. And then check out the craftsmanship. Oh, right, and I've got tons of stress. Oh, tons of stress. And we don't lose it all when we rest. So I probably should hang out with friends. Although I don't think just leveling them up works. I think it's the actual hangout option that I never do that lowers our stress. Okay, we could apply good cop, bad cop, which would double shocked, but it'd give tons. Particularly if we pumped up into it. Yeah, but now this one's only worth 15. Ugh. It's only gonna give him 4. Let's end the turn. We get one more turn to do something about this. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. We'd have to get you 7 with a 1-cost card. And that's just not happening. Because I don't think I can actually play one of these 3-cost cards. I can. Well, how about that? So you can go into negative interest. Have a nice day. Make me an offer I can't refuse. Oh, doubt and tension. Not good. Well, here's some enthusiasm for you. Didn't even notice you had the giant shield. Alright, we're gonna be in a world of hurt. This tension doubles all stress. And reduces all interest gained. Lovely. And even more tension and doubt. Alright. I mean, we're out of time. And I can't level you up another level, so I just have to close the deal here, unfortunately. What a pleasant outcome. Hey, you two. Ahoy there. Can we get a discount or what? No. 10 patience. You have 4 shield, unfortunately. Let's do a pump up into an enthusiasm. Wow. That went through a lot of your levels really fast. And then plant the seed. We will end turn. I seem to get 3 points on your next turn. Which I think I'm going to do. So we'll just do craftsmanship. To get the extra 3%. We don't have a closer, right? No. Man, I love new stuff. Thanks, come again. This looks pretty great if the price is right. More doubt. Oh no. Let's raise interest. Apply some good comp. So you're nearly maxed out. I really thought this would be a quick in and out. No, you gotta haggle. Alright, we've got a sleight of hand, so we've got a closer. But I can only do probably one thing before that. And it's not gonna get you up. Actually, 8 and 8 will. So let's strike. And sleight of hand. Excellent. I can't wait to try it. You look eager to make a sale. I need to know more about this potion before I can make a decision. Oh, double tension. Well, let's try and guard a little bit against everything. Ugh. So much stress. Okay. You've got tons of patience. I don't know if I want to go for shocked yet. Though I could go with good cop, bad cop to raise your interest by a ton more and then just slide a hand right now. because it's 3 interest we're going to lose. So we're near the end of him anyway. Sleight of hand's not going to pay us or give us as much interest because of the shocked. But still. Okay, this won't push him over the edge, but still, not bad. And it makes the distracted. So if it had a negative trait, we aren't getting hit by that. You guys are back. You shouldn't work so late. The crew needs to pick me up. Something like this. Sight enhancer? I can understand that. Alright, pump up into a good cop. I mean, tension has the one positive that it doesn't immediately stress us out, as opposed to the other cards that do, but... ugh. Doubling our stress gain is so bad. So you've got 5 patience. And I need to get you up by 5 more. That's it? Just 5 and then you're done? Okay. There you go. Only 79 gold. I did not realize that potion was worth so little. Come back soon. Just a heads up, I noticed some dust bunnies in the corner. I'm here to pick up something very specific. Can they be made to my specifications? Common fire and ice with the middle trait can be done. I definitely prefer the commons for 385 rather than the graders for like 450 or whatever it was. Started with the captivate. Don't think I need to sleight of hand and strain. We're up at 30% stress. It's so bad. That little image where you can see the stress building. I mean, I'd love to gain 20. But I'm just... I don't know if I want to deal with shocked. But every turn that I keep things running, I'm just gaining more stress, it seems. Whatever. End turn, I won't play the shocked card. Okay, craftsmanship again. Pump up into a strike. I think that's fine. Doubt we're gonna pull off the 29 in 6 patience. So I think I will close the deal here just to avoid the 4 more stress. People say I'm hard to please. It's an ice cauldron. I guess business is good. I do have an ice cauldron, thank you. You have 9 shield, dude. Well, let's just captivate. And then end turn. As we slowly go out of our mind with stress, captivate again. Yeah, we'll guard a little bit. It theoretically helps a tiny amount. We could gain 4 more shield. You're only going to stress us by 2. We've already got our 2 shields, so no, we will just attack. Boost your interest, and then end turn. Okay. Probably don't need to plant the seed at this point because we're not going to get many more turns. Let's just do craftsmanship. And then good cop, bad cop. And that maxed you out. Excellent.
That's all of them for now.
Yeah, stress-wise, we're doing so bad. We've got a good amount of gold. Earned nearly 4,000 gold today. Let's see how the next day starts. I always like to switch episodes once I finally get control again, which is...
Today's going to be a productive day. It sort of has to be.
Yeah, so after these events, so...
Hello. I see I beat the morning rush.
Hi, Robin. You are the announcer for the competition. What are you doing here?
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I know you.
And I know you. Hello, Sylvia. Are pets allowed? May here is my constant companion.
Oh,
Of course that's all right. Can I interest you in a potion? Wait, that was a stupid question. Never mind.
I mean, he did come here, which is presumably to buy a potion.
Please, don't trouble yourself. I just wanted to drop in and introduce myself. The competition was too frenzied for conversation.
Well, thanks.
And for reasons I don't understand, they had me judging a soap-making contest right after the potions portion. Give Baptiste an inch. The soap-making was not so riveting, but I was intrigued by what I saw when you were at the podium. You've got talent, Sylvia. That much is obvious.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. From you, that means a lot. I don't normally geek out like this, but I studied some of your work in college. Your application of thermodynamic principles to elemental resistance potions is legendary!
So we were sort of making fun of Mint for how much she geeked out over the heroes, but apparently we've got our own hero that we are geeking out over.
Well, now I'm the one who's honored. You've no idea how tiresome it is to be famous for all the wrong reasons.
Because he's famous for being the Witch Slayer. Presumably you were the one who slayed Maven, the witch, right?
I've got to be going. But thank you, Sylvia, for making my day a little brighter.
You're welcome.
And good luck out there, yeah?
Wow. That was really something, wasn't it?
One of his fangirls, are you?
I wouldn't say that. But he's kind of a big deal in potion-making circles. His potions are supposed to be the very best. Not that I've ever been able to afford one. And his success is even more impressive when you consider what he went through as a kid.
Oh?
Meh.
Owl, you have a negative opinion, and I would be curious to know why.
Nah, really? Wow, you're hard to impress. You realize Robin was there when Maven the Witch Queen was defeated, right? He was just a little kid conscripted by a group of veteran heroes.
Okay, so he wasn't the one who killed the Witch Queen, but he was with them. Why did he get the title of the Witch Killer or Witch Slayer or whatever it was?
And yet, he survived. He's the only one who walked away from that battle.
Hang on. A kid conscripted into the fight survived when all the other heroes and Maven all died? That seems convenient. There's more going on there.
I've always assumed his survival was a fluke.
Yeah. Why did they conscript a kid to go there with them if they were battling some evil witch?
He got lucky, and then he decided to milk his situation for all it was worth, leveraging his fame to make his potions seem more prestigious.
You have strong opinions, Owl.
His prices are absurd, and people pay them. Also, he's not that handsome.
Who said he was handsome? What's that got to do with anything?
I just say he's overrated. Stop hunting me.
Fine, fine. Let's just drop it.
Okay.
The lizard was weird though, right?
Ugh, don't get me started about the lizard.
I mean, it's fine to have a pet companion. But here's where we're going to end the episode for the day. Next time we'll come back and I guess, see what we're going to do for day 16. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.